So today's practice will start by standing down in the front of the mat, making sure that our feet are firmly pressed into the mat. Our toes are slightly spread, the pelvic area is slightly tilted forward, and our shoulders are rolled back. We're going to place our hands in front of our heart, and we're going to start by taking a few deep inhales and exhales. Breathe in through the nose, and exhale through the nose. Calming down your mind, calming down your body. Just scan your body from head to toe. How's it feeling today? How's your energy? If there's any pain or stiffness, anything you need to notice before you start your physical practice. And just follow your breath. Preparing yourself for your physical practice. Relaxing your shoulders, making sure that your spine is straight. And today we'll start with a round of Vinyasa A, and then we'll follow up with a round of Vinyasa B. Take a deep inhale and exhale. And with our next inhale, we're going to raise our arms up. Inhale, arms up, and exhale all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank. Lower down in chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, look up to the ceiling. And exhale, come back into downward facing dog. If you need to, bend your knees here a little. And otherwise, try to press the heels firmly into the mat. As well as your hands. Try to look over to your navel. And take a few deep breaths here. In and out through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly look up. Step back your feet between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten your back, and exhale all the way down. Inhale, arms up, raise your arms up to the ceiling. And exhale, coming back into standing by placing your hands in front of your heart. We're going to do another round. Inhale, arms up. And exhale all the way down. Coming down. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten your back. And exhale, step back into plank. Lower down in chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, look up to the ceiling. And exhale again, we're going to come back into downward facing dog. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths. Bend your knees if you need to. Open up your calf muscles, your hamstrings. Relax your neck. Make sure that your gaze is at your navel. And keep breathing in and out through your nose for 4. Sucking in your belly. 3. Pressing your hands firmly into the mat. 2. And 1. Slowly look up. Step your feet between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten the back. And exhale all the way down. Inhale, arms up. Come up to the ceiling. Let them touch. And exhale, place your hands in front of your heart. Very good. We'll do one more round. Inhale, arms up. And exhale all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten the back. And exhale, step back into plank. Lower down in chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, look up to the ceiling. And exhale, come back into downward facing dog. Again, we'll stay here for 5 breaths. Firmly pressing those hands and fingers into the mat and looking at your navel, sucking in the navel and the belly. And just keep breathing here. Very good. Try to place those heels onto the mat. For 4, 3, very good. 2, and 1. Slowly look up, step back your feet between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten the back. And exhale all the way down. Inhale, arms up, all the way up to the ceiling, up to the roof. And exhale, place your hands in front of your heart. That's very good. We did 3 rounds. Now we're gonna go over to Vinyasa B. Breathe in through the nose and exhale. Relax your shoulders, prepare yourself. Again, take a deep breath in and exhale. On our next breath, we're gonna inhale, coming into a chair pose, looking up to the ceiling. And exhale all the way down, placing those hands onto the floor, into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten the back. And exhale, step back into plank. Lower down in chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, look up to the ceiling. And exhale, downward facing dog, very good. Take a deep breath in. Step your right leg between your hands. Come back into a warrior 1. Place those hands up to the ceiling, let them touch. And exhale, place them again back onto the mat. Step your right leg back into plank. Lower down into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, look up to the ceiling. And exhale, come into downward facing dog. Very good. Take a deep breath in. Place your left feet between your hands. Come up into warrior 1. Inhale, look up to the ceiling. Let your hands touch. And exhale all the way down. Place your hands between onto the mat. Step back your left leg into plank. Lower down into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Look up to the ceiling. And exhale, downward facing dog. Press your hands firmly into the mat. Look over to your navel. I'm going to stay here for 5 breaths. Really warming up our body. For 1, relax your neck, relax your spine. 2, look over to your navel. 3, very good, hold it here. 2, sucking in the belly, last breath. And 1, look up, step back your feet between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten the back. And exhale all the way down. Inhale, come up, come back into chair pose. Look up to the ceiling, let your hands touch. And exhale, coming back into a standing one. Hopefully the body is really warmed up right now. We're gonna do 1 more round. Place your hands in front of your heart, take a deep breath in. Exhale. With our next inhale, we're gonna inhale, come up into a chair pose. And exhale all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step back into plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Very good. Take a deep breath in. Step your right feet between your hands. Come up into a warrior 1. Let your hands touch. And exhale all the way down. Place your hands onto the mat. Step back into plank. Lower down into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Look up to the ceiling. Roll back your shoulders. And exhale, downward facing dog. Very good. Take a deep breath in. Step your left leg between your hands. Come back into a warrior 1. Placing your hands. Let your hands touch. And exhale all the way down. Placing your hands back onto the mat. Step back into plank. Lower down into chaturanga. And inhale, upward facing dog. Very good. Exhale, come back into downward facing dog. The last one. I'm going to stay here for 5 breaths. If you need to, you can come into child pose. Otherwise, you stay here with me in downward facing dog. Looking at your navel. For 4. Very good. Press those hands into the mat. 3. Lift those hips up. 2. And really press those heels into the mat. And 1. Very good. Now take a deep inhale. Raise that right leg up as high as we can. And exhale. Place it between our hands. Come up into a warrior 1 again. And exhale. Now we're going to come into a warrior 2. Very good. Making sure that the knee and heel are in one line. And the left leg is really straight. We're going to look over to our right middle finger. Sorry. And just keep breathing here. Very good. Suck a little bit lower down into the right knee. Hold it here for 3, 2, strong legs, engage your core, 2, and 1. We're gonna straighten the right leg, and we're gonna come a little bit forward, and we're gonna come into a triangle pose. If you need to use a block here, feel free to do so. Catch your ankle. If you can't, place your hand onto the floor, and we're gonna look up to the ceiling. Very good. Keep breathing here. Again, if you need to use a block, feel free to do so. Keep breathing here. For 3. Very good. 2. And 1. Slowly bend that knee, come back into a warrior 2. And we're gonna skip that left leg a little bit forward. And we're gonna keep that right leg straight. And we're gonna catch our elbows onto our back, take a deep inhale, open up your chest, look up to the ceiling. And we're gonna go all the way forward, coming into a pyramid pose. Very good. Go as low as you can. And making sure that your feet are in one line here. Very good. Keep breathing. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come up. Bend your knees, come back into a warrior 2. Look over to your right middle finger. Take an inhale, place your hands back onto the mat, step back into plank, lower down into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, look up to the ceiling, roll back those shoulders, and exhale, downward facing dog. Again, we're gonna take 5 breaths here. For 1, look over to your navel, relax your neck, make sure there's no tension or stress, completely relax. 4, breathing deep and long inhales, so you can calm down your breath here. 3, prepare yourself for our next round. Very good. 2, and 1. Take a big inhale. Now we're going to raise that left leg up as high as we can, really as high as we can. And we're going to exhale. We're going to place it between our hands. We're going to open up into a warrior 1, making our hands touch each other, making sure that our both heels are in one line. The front left knee is bent, and we're going to look up to the ceiling. Very good. Take an inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to come into a warrior 2. Very good, making sure that the left knee is still bent. Go a little bit lower in that left knee. Very good. Looking over to our left middle finger. Use your breath here, strong legs. For 3, 2, very good. And 1. Now we're slowly going to straighten the left knee. We're going to scoop a little bit forward, and we're going to come into a triangle pose. Again, you can reach for your ankle, maybe use a block, or otherwise place your hand onto the mat. And we're going to open up, and we're going to look over to our right hand. And really reach that right hand as far as you can. Very good. Keep breathing here. Use your breath to stable and be calm in the posture. For 3, hold it a little bit longer. 2, and 1. Very slowly bend your knees, come back into a warrior 2, looking over to your left middle finger. Go a little bit lower in that left knee. Very good. Now we're going to scoop that right leg a little bit forward, just like, yeah, 1 step. Now we're going to straighten the left knee, and we're going to catch both of our elbows onto the back. Take a deep inhale, look up to the ceiling, open up your chest, and exhale, coming into a pyramid pose. Really open up that left hamstring here. Go as deep as you can. Very good. Keep breathing. Very good. Go a little bit lower. Use your breath to go deeper in that posture. Inhale. And as you exhale, you go a little bit lower. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bend that right knee. Come back into a warrior 2, looking over to your left middle finger, making sure that the heels are in one line. Very good. Take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to place our hands back onto the mat. We're going to step back that left knee, lower down into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Very good. And we're slowly gonna bend the knees and come into child pose, very slowly, placing our forehead onto the floor, walking our hands as much forward as we can. Take a few breaths here and just calm down in that posture. Very good. Really relax. Relax all your muscles. Take a few moments here. And now slowly, when you're ready, we're slowly gonna come up. And we're gonna place our legs forward. We're gonna sit down on our sitting bones. And we're gonna do some upwards. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do both poses. So you really wanna sit down on your sitting bones and you wanna place your sole of the feet onto the mat. We're gonna roll those shoulders backwards so that our back is straight. Take a big inhale here. Exhale. And with our next inhale, we're gonna raise those legs up as high as we can. And we're gonna stay here for 5 breaths. If you want to, you can bend your knees here a little. Otherwise, you're just gonna straighten your legs if you can. Really good. Hold it for 5, 4. Try to look over to your toes. 3. Hold it here. 2. And 1. Slowly release. Give yourself a little hug. Press your knees into your chest and just hug yourself a little. We're gonna do it 2 more times. Very good. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. And with our next inhale, we're gonna do it again. Straighten the legs. Inhale. And exhale. Hold it for 5. Looking at your toes. Really good. 4. It's always a hard one. 3, 2, and 1. Again, press those knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Very good. Gonna do it 1 more time. Take a deeper inhale and exhale. With our next inhale, we're gonna straighten the legs again. And we're gonna stay here for 5, 4, really good. Straighten your back, roll back your shoulders. 3, hold it a little bit longer. 2, and 1. Very good. You can release your legs. Again, give yourself a big hug. Very good. We're going to straighten the back. I'm going to do my favorite posture, forward folding, Paschimottanasana. Take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to go all the way forward. If you can, reach for your calf muscles, or maybe for your ankle, or maybe even your toes. Just go as deep as you can. Use your breath to go deeper in that posture. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, you go a little bit lower. Very good. Gonna hold it here for 5. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders. 4, 3. Go a little bit deeper. Very good. You can use a strap if you need to. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Very good. And what we're going to do is we're going to walk our hand a little bit backwards. And we're going to place the sole of our feet onto the mat. And we're going to come into a reverse tabletop. So you really want to walk your hand a little bit backwards. Roll back your shoulders as well. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And with our next inhale, we're going to press into our feet and we're going to lift those hips up as high as we can, and we're going to look backwards. Very good. Relax your neck. Really push your hips and your pelvic area as high as you can. Strengthen your legs. We're going to hold it here for 5. Very good. A little bit higher. 4, 3. Just hold it. 2. And 1. Slowly release. Place your sit bones onto the mat. Release your legs. And release your arms. And we're going to come into my favorite posture. I think this is my favorite one. Shavasana. Spreading our hips hip distance apart. Feet hip distance apart. Opening up our palm of our hands up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, we're just going to completely relax in. Relaxing all your muscles. Making sure that there's no tension. Just completely relax. And you can take as long